Hello everyone. I know a lot of you are wondering whatever happened to those remote diff locking axles from Extra Speed that I did a review on 3+ years ago. Well, here they are. And as you can see, they are sitting on a fully custom chassis that needs a lot more work. So sadly, I'm not going to be able to give you a functioning review on those axles, as this truck is a long ways to go. Life seems to get in the way. Sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's for the worse. This time it's for the better. I had a baby come along, and I'm spending time with him, as well as I'm trying to get married. So with COVID kicking in, it's been making things really challenging. But enough about that, and a little bit more about what's going on with this truck. The chassis there has a wheelbase in between 16 3/4 and 17 inches along. The body that's going to be sitting on top of it is it was a fully custom job that I had printed from overseas and shipped up to me. It's a scaled down version of my 1-to-1 1978 Ford F350 camper special. The 1-to-1 has been in our family since the truck was only 4 years old, so that is a project all on its own. But of course, that'll be in videos down the road. Not sure when I'm going to get around to that one. The body that I had done, I also had the interior package printed for it, so it comes with the dash pad, the front and rear seats, comes with steering wheel, windshield wipers, mirrors, headlight buckets, the clear lenses that you can paint, I'm assuming, for to give you the different colors of your ambers and red lights and whatnot. It also includes all your windows, which are cut out in Lexan, so they got to be glued in place. It's the body itself comes in sections because of its size. So of course, like most 3D printed bodies, you got to put it all together. I do plan on installing a lighting kit, as you can see over there, as well as I've decided to add to the lighting kit. I'm going to install these little guys for cab marker lights. I do got to get the lenses 3D printed for, or as well as the base housings for the cab marker lights for the top of the cab, as I do want them fully functional as well. Back to the chassis there. As you can see, I have it mostly clamped together. There's only a few nuts and bolts holding the axles to the leaf springs and then to the frame rails. The chassis itself has a lot of material to be milled out of it yet. I just want to get things situated in case I need to have include hangers and whatnot for servo mounts into the frame rails. At this point, the driveline is fully functioning front to back. I've decided to go with the RC 4-wheel drive ultra scale drive shafts front to back, as well as from the transfer case to the transmission. I'm using a Extra Speed scaled down V8 with the transmission. It did come with a married transfer case, but due to the length of the truck, there was no drive shafts that were long enough to that could be used as one-piece drive shafts to go from the transfer case to the rear axle. So I did have to divorce the transfer case. It's no longer the Extra Speed transfer case. I believe it's the D90 transfer case that I'm using. It's been so long since I've ordered it. I can't tell you what's on it. As it sits right now, I've started machining the transfer case mount cross member. It's not completely finished. I still have to do the round over the edges and stuff like that, clean things up. Before I do that, I want to get all the other cross members roughly milled out and designed, and then from there I will try to tie all the designs or all the cross members together in some way or another. Yeah, as you can see, I have the rear transmission cross member roughly machined. There's a ball bearing inside that to support the output shaft on the transmission, as well as I have the front transmission mount milled out, as well as the front engine mount milled out as a single piece. Up front, I am running into issues in regards to how I plan on mounting the front steering servo. I do believe I'm going to just go with the axle mounted servo to allow me as much clearance as I possibly can. With the bottom of the engine mount and the top of the servo mount, it doesn't really give me very much articulation with the leaf spring suspension. There's also the other option that I can rig up a panhard bar and do a chassis mount for the steering servo, but that gives me even less articulation with the suspension. So I'm gonna have to sit and think about that for a little while. As it sits right now, the scaled motor has a 55 turn brushed motor. The instruction manual for this scaled V8 has mentioned that you're supposed to use a brushed motor in it due to clearance issues. I would like to go brushless, so I'm hoping there is a brushless motor out there that will fit into the hole. But only time will tell in regards to that. My next, the next part I do plan on making is going to be the servo mount for the shift linkage on the transmission, and I do believe it's going to go somewhere around there. I have this big block of aluminum there that I have to mill out. As you can see, there's quite a bit of material to come out of it, and it's going to sit something like that, but in there. I'm doing that more for a splash guard than anything, keep the debris out of the servo. I do plan on using waterproof servos all throughout, but I'd like to have the added protection anyway. Yeah, I'm not too sure what else I can say about this build as it stands right now. I guess I've had some custom emblems done to match the emblems on my 1-to-1 for the body, and they turned out quite nice there. I was really surprised that they were able to get all the lettering as clear as it is there. You know, give you an example. There's my thumb to one of them. Yeah, they turned out pretty good. Anyhow, so if you like what you see on this build so far, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will do my best to post some more video footage and pictures as this build continues on, and hope to get it finished there in the next year, maybe 2. Given you know, what life tends to throw in front of you there, it usually gets into the way of these builds. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye for now.